Okay, we don't have the flooring down yet, the carpet or the vinyl plank that we're gonna buy, but I'm gonna go ahead and hang some speakers on the wall so I can get them out of the boxes, get these boxes out of the way. We're gonna probably hang the projector today. Anything off the floor, obviously, I can do. I already got my subwoofer put in the corner over here, and we're in the process of hanging our first camera. I took the plate off of the back of the mount. The wires come right through a hole here. We're gonna level these out, mark the holes, and drill them and anchor them. So here's the speaker that I got. These are Klipsch speakers. It's a home theater system. And there was a kit from the actual website and actually came with the woofer. And I heard these were pretty good. I don't know a whole lot about speakers. They were kind of pricey, but we'll see what it sounds like when I get everything together. Okay, I got some ceiling speakers for the 5.2.2 Atmos, Dolby Atmos feature. So I have to cut holes in here. I gotta clean up a little bit. I got some handprints from drywall. Don't have a hole here, but I'm gonna remove that panel and put a hole in it. Wow, that was such a pain. So I had a drain pipe going down dead center, and I thought that speaker would clear it. It did not. So I had to finagle it, move it around. Finally got a 2x4, wedged it against the pipe to push it out just enough to get that up in there. I also offset the speaker just a hair. So I got both speakers in the ceiling. I'm gonna get some touch-up paint, kind of get rid of the mess that I made. I got drywall dust on everything. This is flat paint, so it's hard to actually get off of there unless you pretty much paint over it. So we got plenty of extra. I'll put some paint on that. But finally got the 2 ceiling speakers in.
All right, I just got home from work. James has worked so hard today. Let me give you a little tour of what he's done. Speakers. Over here, we got a speaker. Over there, we got a speaker, and right here, the beautiful giant projector. This thing is way bigger than the Epson projector screen we had at our old house. Let me show you from this angle. You can see all the speakers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the projector, and then there's also some entertainment stuff in there, and a big speaker. So it's coming along nicely. Now we're gonna put together the actual screen itself. It's officially ready to be put up. I'll zoom in close on some of these sections so you can see how it's put together. Wasn't too bad to put together, honestly. The comment online said that it took a guy 5 hours to put it together, but we'll have it done in less than an hour because of this guy right here, him. All right, let's put it up. So today I'm gonna work on painting the boards. That's gonna be the trim that goes around the whole basement. Because I'll show you up close what this looks like. See that little gap that's in there? So that is what's going to cover all of that up. We are painting them black because the quality of wood that we got is horrible. We picked through all the lumber they had. That was the 6-inch wide boards, and everything has these giant notches in it. They're kind of crooked. So we decided that if we stain them, it probably won't turn out really good. So we're just gonna paint them black. I got 1 done and 6 more to go. That took about 10 to 15 minutes for 1. It's been about 45 minutes. It's almost dry. It is definitely going to need a second coat because if you look up closely, you can see where there's some spots where the wood is showing through. So I will definitely need to give it a second coat. Just a real quick one. But I'm going to go ahead and put the first coat on all of them, and then I'll come back through and put a second coat on them. See that router right there? There it is. James was working in here. This is the lighting that we're gonna use to go around the whole basement. And he routed out tiny little notch in the boards all the way down this side so that we can put that lighting up in there and then put all of the boards that I painted black today underneath it. So that'll be the indirect lighting. And he routed a 1/16 of an inch, just so you know. Getting the first LED lighting strip up there. We're just putting tape to hold it up temporarily until we actually put the board up in place. There's the board. So last night when we put this board up, I realized that I definitely should have painted the top part as well because look, it's hard to see in the video, but you can definitely see the top part that I didn't paint. Really. Excuse you. It is, it looks really bad. So last night I went back out to the garage and I painted the top part of all of the boards, and we just put this one up today and it looks much better. Now there's dust on it obviously that I will have to kind of wipe off here when we're done, but I put a quick coat on the top. And now on this board, you can't see any of the wood on the top. But on this board, if you look closely, you can. So now James is over here routing out these boards so that we can put in the black boards on this side as well. We got the LED strip taped up. We had to leave extra slack in the corners there, of course, because it has to wrap around the corner. So you can see here where James went through with the silver tape that we had left over from some HVAC work and put those up every couple of joists because those are really strong tape. And then I went back through and put some black electrical tape on all the ones in between. So that's taped up. Now he's got our first board cut to put up on the ceiling here. And what angle degree did you put in that board?
This one butts up against a 45, so you got to cut the angle in half because you got to join them up there. So this is 22.5 degrees.
Okay, so for our 90-degree angles over here, he cut a 45. You can see the 45-degree angle there. And then over here for this corner, because it's a 45-degree angle, he cut him at 22.5. We got this side up. Now, if you're watching closely, you probably noticed that James only put a couple of nails in it, and that is because we only have a couple of nails left. So we're trying to get all the boards up. Ooh, the lights are on. Putting a couple of nails up. So when we go to the store tonight, we'll pick up a bunch more nails and then we'll put all the nails in onto every stud. But look at the lights. Putting up some small pieces back in this corner now. That board has got some funky angles. 22.5-degree angle on one side and a 45-degree angle on the next side. Once we get all these up, I'll go back in with some caulk and caulk all the seams and then paint it black. That's perfect. That lighting really makes it hard to film, but it looks good. All right, I'm just fixing the corners and making them perfect. It does not have to look good by any means because the wood itself doesn't look good, but all you do is throw some caulk on there, fill in the voids, and then just paint over it black, and that's how you get kind of that perfect finished look, because this is what the corners look like beforehand. I made some of these cuts, so as you can tell, they're not very good, but that's okay. I was just trying to help. But anyway, see this? This is the worst one by far. All the other ones are really little, but just fill it in with caulk. And then...
I actually cut that corner. That's tell you what, that wood was terrible to deal with though. We literally just bought some stud grade 2x6s to put up there, and they were terrible. They were the worst studs I've ever picked up, but that's all they had there at Menards. So she's going through and corrected all my mistakes, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, you're just filling it with caulk. It's fine. Put a little black. Hun, should you be standing on that table I just built?
I couldn't get the ladder any closer. Okay, so here it is. All the boards are up. All the boards are caulked and perfected, and everything is painted black. I love this ceiling. Such a good idea. Props to my hubs.